get them. Jesus. Yo, if y'all got anything you want to be talk about, hit us up, link me up, type it in, let us know. We'll get you your topic very soon. You know what I'm saying? Go check me out. Go check me Nsoromma, Nsoromma. You know what I'm saying? Any streaming service. It's a real hot season. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm the best, but I is. You know what I'm saying? That's a caliber that they ain't getting right now. So, yo, that's what it is. Well, you're in the house. I guess we're in here. All right. We get ready to get it started, y'all. Don't you worry. We get ready to get it started. You know what? I'm putting it on both cookouts. Somebody called me at 11 o'clock with something they want me to talk about. And I'm sorry, sister, but you got to call before 11 o'clock. You want me to announce your day. But you know, depending on what it is, it might be all right in our discussion. You know? We usually talk about a broad spectrum of things. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't got nothing but love for you, but it's time. All right. Oh, there it is. Right here, brother. Oh, we're gonna have some stuff today. Yo, by the way, did y'all see the guy that got shot? Oh, you know you want to talk about that. Huh? Please, what's up? All right. How you doing? Yo, I see you, I be seeing you. Okay, birthday suit. What? Okay, girl. All right. Let's get them started. All right. You want the theme music? Are we recording? Yep, we're recording. All right. There we go. I don't know, Rock. Christina Kelly, I don't know why she's marching against the mayor. You know what I mean? Hey. Those of us that indulge in or commit intellectual violence do so for the pleasure of mental masturbation or ego state. We do so because it changes the impression on our minds of deep and difficult to move. Good morning, my children of the sun. Welcome to the Open Eye on WHGE 95.3 FM. I'm your host, Third Eye Optometrist, Patrice Gibbs, joined by my partner in consciousness, Nsoromma. What's up, brother? Our intellectual surgeon. True. Operate on your mind. All right. Oh, we got something for you today. Oh, you can believe that. I say that every Saturday, you don't know. Because we do. All right, every time, too. Yeah, tune in. Oh, yeah. We are the good news, too. That's word. Yeah, buddy. We gonna get right into it. And definitely, if they want to talk about a topic, definitely get with us. Not an hour before the show, but a day at least. Give us an hour at least. Like you said, a day at least. We gotta do the research ourselves. So it's about really giving us a day to talk about what it is you want to talk about, and we'll discuss topics that the world want to hear also. You know what I'm saying? It's not just us. We want to deal with everybody. Big time. Now listen, with the election coming up Tuesday, right? I got something for you here. Listen to me now. Choose your leaders with wisdom and forethought. Because to be led by a coward is to be controlled by all that the coward fears. To be led by a fool is to be led by the opportunists who control the fool. To be led by a thief is to offer up your precious treasures to be stolen. To be led by a liar is to ask to be told lies. To be led by a tyrant is to sell yourself and those you love in the slavery. All right.
Think about that.
Think about that.
Yo.
Let that permeate in your mind. As you know, here on the Open Eye, one of the things we like to do is to talk about history. And with the election coming up, give you some history on why you should vote. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, I feel many people say, well, your vote don't matter. It don't matter because they're going to do it. Let me tell you something. If your vote didn't matter, they wouldn't try so hard to keep you from voting. Okay? The turnout right now is already, with early voting in, has already surpassed what the turnout was 4 years ago. And like I said, if your vote didn't matter, they wouldn't try so hard to stop you from voting. Now, this is a fact of American history. And like I said, history is something we like to educate you on so that you know never to let these things happen again.
Right.
On November 2nd, 1920, the WHGE massacre took place. Okay, in response to an attempt by African Americans to exercise their legal and democratic right to vote, at least 50 African Americans were murdered in a brutal massacre in Ocoee, Florida, on November 2nd, 1920, in what is now known as the Ocoee Massacre. Happened in 1920.
And no one was arrested.
Now, on November 1st, the day before the election in 1920, with robes and crosses, the Klan paraded through the streets of two black communities in Ocoee late into the night. With megaphones, they warned that not a single Negro would be permitted to vote. And if any of them dared to do so, there would be dire consequences. Now, let me tell you what these white supremacists are planning on for election day.
What, brother? What?
They plan on showing up at the polls brandishing firearms to intimidate people from voting. You know what? Let me tell you white supremacists something. Don't get this mixed. We are not our grandparents. We will whoop your ass.
And we got firearms also.
And we got firearms too. We exercising our Second Amendment just like you are. What happened in Ocoee is not going to happen again. Never again. Election day came around, and some blacks did attempt to vote in Orange County. That's where Ocoee is located. Might be this. Okay. White enforcers camped out around the centers, and poll workers were given instructions to deflect any attempts by blacks to vote. One by one, the blacks were turned away, either by threats of violence or by poll workers who found their names mysteriously absent from the voter registration rolls. That sound familiar? Oh yeah, that goes on now. Your name will mysteriously disappear from the rolls to keep you from voting.
I can't believe something back in 1920 is still going on right now in full effect to the 10th power. I mean, how is that even possible? Right. How is that even possible with the digital technology and stuff that we have today? And I mean, it's an in-source thing that manifests this voting. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they're able to still keep control of who they want to win. You know what I'm saying? That's incredible to me. Man.
Yeah,
some stuff is just sickening.
It is, man.
You know,
it is. It's like you said. It's just sickening, man. Like you said, how can that still be going on?
You put a plan in effect that lasts years and years and years and years on making sure that a particular nationality stays down. What kind of brain is that? You know what I'm saying?
Evil.
Wow.
Evil.
Man, that's deep.
Yeah, it is, man. They still got it going on.
That's deep.
You know, that's word. You know, like I said, you know, we deal with our history here. And I related this some time back, but you know, I believe in repetition because that's how you learn.
Right.
Okay. One time I dealt with this white person who has a PhD in history.
Right.
Okay, and they accused me of asserting that all white people are bad or evil.
That's not true.
No. And I responded that I'm not the one who promotes the notion that all white people are bad or evil. I told her that white people, especially white historians, are the ones who promote and sustain the ideal that all white people are evil. Now, she looked confused when I told her that.
Like I'm looking right now.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Okay.
I break it down what I told her. Break it down. I proceeded to tell her that the enslaving rapist, George Washington, is the father of the nation. I told her that they put the genocidal maniac president, Andrew Jackson, on their currency. They have a holiday and parades in celebration of Christopher Columbus. I told her that every time I hit downtown Chicago, every time that I've been in downtown Chicago, I see tourists celebrating the actions and lives of Al Capone, an arch criminal in murder. I told her that virtually every celebrated historical figure in their culture is a villain. And then I asked her if she ever heard of Smedley Butler, who was the greatest soldier ever produced by the U.S. Armed Forces. She said she never heard of him. He saved the U.S. from a military coup. Right? But he's been erased from white history. Ask her why there are no parades or national celebrations of William Lloyd Garrison. She had no answer. I asked her why Eugene V. Debs is not taught about in their history or even in political science courses. She had no answer. I told her that the best way for a white historical figure to be ignored or suppressed in white history is to stand for justice or human liberation. It's okay for a white history hero to give lip service to freedom and equality, like Thomas Jefferson. Right. But they better not dare to make it a reality. So when I, a product of Western education, tend to focus on the villains of white history, it's because that's who I see in all the monuments, on the money and in the folklore of the nation. Wow. If whites want to be viewed in a different way, why don't they simply begin to not only celebrate their true historical heroes like Smedley Butler? Why don't they begin to live up to the teachings and examples of their true heroes? But I guess it's easier and more profitable for them to ask or demand that non-whites accept the historical propaganda and accept the villains they saw us as heroes. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, you know, you jumped up on the wrong one with that next, because I know your history. You know y'all better than you know me. Because see, we're forced to look at y'all. But y'all want to ignore us. So we learn who you are. I mean, when you pay attention, you learn who a person is anyway. That's right. All paying attention. That's what it is. That's what it is. Well, we got somebody saying my mic ain't up. Is my mic right? Yeah. Your mic's up. Right? They said they can't hear you on the green one? Yeah. Can you hear me now? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me now. Hit me back. Hey, Miss Hughes, hit me back. All right. One of our loyal listeners, Miss Hughes. And she's a historian herself. She's a history teacher. Oh, big time. I heard that. Big ups. That's better. All right. Okay, lady. All right. And listen, remember last week I mentioned that Sheraton. I know it was you on time today. It's throwing me off.
I know. That's throwing me on too. I'm on time.
That's what
Yo,
it is.
that's
That's all
17
good.
jobs.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But last week I mentioned that Newcastle County is buying the Sheraton Hotel south of Wilmington to house the homeless.
Oh, then that's dope.
Yeah.
That's a nice idea too.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So it should be
They won the bid.
available. Huh?
They won the bid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the bid in the auction.
So it
And
should
they
be jobs available.
Yeah, it should be
Coming
jobs
soon.
available, and because they got to get this fixed up. They got to get social services over there, and what have you. All right. Something I didn't look at, brother. Something we didn't really pay attention to in this. What seems to be like, a very charitable, correct thing to do to get the homeless off the street.
Right.
So
what's the catch? What's the catch?
Well,
it's always a catch.
It's always a catch.
It's always.
Wilmington, who's welcome? Y'all don't like seeing the homeless on the street in Wilmington, do you? So what you're going to do is you're going to ship their asses out of the city.
Whoa, that's what they're going to do. Put them way out in the woods.
Yeah. They can't even get the damn bus, and can't, that's what I said, look, get the homeless out of Wilmington. I had a discussion. It was crazy, man. I had a discussion on Facebook with a sister about this.
Right.
Okay. And when I said, okay, I caught on, get the homeless out of Wilmington. And she said, well, how about let's help the homeless no matter where they are. And that sounds right. But when you think about it, and I told her, of course, help them where they are. But shipping them out of the city has a nefarious purpose. Warehouse them somewhere out of sight. The homeless don't fit in with the image that is being developed in Wilmington. See, the homeless are not welcome in Wilmington.
I mean, how can you tell somebody that they ain't welcome on the planet?
It's true. Yeah.
I don't understand that.
That's that white supremacy mindset, bro.
It's the block thinking that goes on in this society, in this generation. It's like the block thinking. It's like it's just mine. Remember Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny when Daffy Duck found the gold and he was trying to kill and put everybody out. Mine.
Yeah.
And you have 1,000 of them people that's feeling like it's mine. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's like so messed up, man. Yo, that's crazy. They try to ship everybody out that's homeless out of the city. They already took them from Rodney Square, so I mean.
Well, she said, first off, the gentrification of Wilmington is not a phase. It's a movement created without a plan. Homelessness is unfortunate no matter where it is. And it was callous and self-absorbed of me to say that this was the case. And I was like, whoa. Now you're getting personal here.
No, but you as a black male that you are, they can never see things the way that we see things as black males. Even if we try to explain, they could probably hear it, but they couldn't really feel the heart, guts wrenching effect that it takes on a black male. You know what I'm saying? And what we really feel about certain things and can see certain things before it's developed because it's happening to us or somebody that we know and see. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I told her, I said, wow, really? Callous and self-absorbed? I restrained from telling her how silly and uninformed her statement was? You would come back with something insulting, stupid, reeking, egotistical ignorance?
But that's why she took your statement to her, though.
Yeah.
So now it's an argument and it's a conversation.
It's not a conversation anymore.
If you can't take it,
get out the kitchen.
Right. And sometimes you can't take it because it's true.
So, that's word, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I told her the state is contradictory to state that gentrification has no plan. Gentrification
is the plan.
The plan.
That's the name of the plan.
And the plan is to push out a certain group based either on their race and or their economic status.
And don't get it wrong, this ain't a black or white thing. This is a group of people that is in this particular situation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all colors.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said and economic status
Right.
based on
Right.
or race. Or race. You know, and or economic status.
Right.
It's, you know, economic status is a factor. And they're gonna push them out. They don't want
They
them
don't
to
like
be
nobody poor.
Right.
No matter what color you are.
No matter what color you are.
And they got billions of dollars and don't want to help you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be mad at somebody else that'll help
you. That's real crazy. That's real crazy. You know, the place I used to work for, what their motto was, and I adopted that motto.
What?
That motto. Do not treat the poor poorly.
Wow.
Treat them with charity, respect, and empathy. Do not treat the poor poorly. You know, but this chick went on to say that this was the part that really killed me. That, you know, and I didn't belittle her, but she told me I was to address her as doctor, know that she has been homeless, and she lives in a beautiful home in Newark, and that she's from New York. I was like, okay, what the hell did that have to do with the topic? You know, I
mean, that's what happens in a lot of conversations.
Mm-hmm.
People take it personal,
right?
And then now it ain't about the conversation; it's about the way they feeling and they responding on their feelings.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with the topic or the conversation. I
all.
find that happening to me a lot because I say what's on my mind,
mm-hmm.
and it may come out wrong,
mm-hmm.
but I may mean it good.
Right.
But the person might take it wrong. You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of times I find myself having to explain the way I say stuff more so than them accepting it.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I mean,
you know, and that brings you to, okay, I apologize for the way I said it, but I don't apologize for what the hell I said. You know?
Correct.
Yeah.
Because it could be really the true situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
The statement be true.
Big time.
Yo. What's good?
WHGE 95.3 FM.
Yeah.
Nsoromma.
True. Yo, Ra, I see you. Rachel said, white supremacists planning to attack brown and black communities. Niece, what's up? Yo, you know we doing the work.
Brother Vaughn in the house. He says, "What's up, my brothers? What's
brother
up, Vaughn?
What's good?
What's up, brother Vaughn?"
Yo, that's right. Where homegirl at?
Sherry. Where's Sherry at?
Hey, Sherry. Where you
at?
Yo,
I know she's down in Georgia. They had a storm down there.
Oh, they had a storm.
Yeah, she had lost her internet service, and she got it on her phone.
Oh, Sherry.
She'll get with us.
That's right.
That's right.
Hope you safe, girl.
Yes, indeed.
My
favorite Facebook cousin. My city.
True.
Nsoromma.
Streaming all platforms. Nsoromma. You did. Yeah.
And I said, don't treat the poor poorly.
Right.
All right. Trump, the orange disaster. He's got his administration in court fighting to block pandemic food aid for those income Americans. What kind of low life did?
I mean, not only that, Trump changed their mind too. Trump sent one of my buddies a check.
Okay.
And a letter thanking him for accepting the help that he's trying to give.
Yeah. He got
and your vote will be counted for I appreciate your vote. So if he's going around doing this to all of Americans, that instead of giving them that stimulus check is from his own money too. That's not governmental, you know that, right?
No,
he took that out of his own pocket. He's giving money out of his own pocket.
No.
Yes.
No.
And that's why the government is not going to have nothing to do with when he want to go back and collect his money. What is the government going to do?
That ain't
no. What? All right.
No, it ain't. That's government money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I look.
No,
If we got
why do you think he
$1,200.
held the check up to put his name on it?
Oh, he did that.
Think about this. Think
right?
about
I
this
know what
now.
you're saying.
Think
But
about this.
also think about who we talking about.
Exactly. That's
The orange disaster.
Right. So
A selfish bastard.
but it's all in the manipulation. It's a bigger picture. You know that.
Yeah, I know that.
Anything that he touches is a bigger picture.
Oh yeah,
but yeah. So, but
it's government money though. It is. It's government money. All right. He got done to hold it up. So it's usually signed by the treasurer. All right. When you get a government check.
Now it's no longer government when it's signed by me.
No, it's still the government money though. Because if it wasn't the government money,
the government don't have no money, man.
We know that.
Okay,
so
let's start from there.
Let's start from there. Okay, let's start from there. The government ain't got no money. The government is bankrupt. All right?
Okay.
But the government has the ability to print money.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is backed by nothing. See, that's what you mean when the government has no money.
Right.
See, the dollar we got now is a promissory note.
Right.
It's not even
worth it's not worth the paper it's printed on. That's what make it.
It's a Federal Reserve note.
No. Right.
Okay. It's no longer a gold or silver certificate.
Right.
See,
you can't go to the bank and get a piece of silver for your money now.
Right.
They say get out of here. You crazy.
You crazy.
Exactly.
Because it's a Federal Reserve note.
But we get
it's monopoly money.
Right.
And they can print up as much monopoly money as they want. That's what they do. You know what
this is what I'm saying about the slickness of it. Man.
Okay, look, I'm gonna tell you what the money is backed by.
The U.S. Army said the powerhouse of America.
Right.
The establishment. Okay, now
we'll kick your ass. You won't take our money.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, okay, and knowing that, now we have a president in office that's been manipulating the whole time he's been in office.
Mm-hmm.
So, in this manipulative time right now, for him to go, okay, I'm gonna give him some money. Mm-hmm. Everybody get $1,200 stimulus check, which is nothing.
No, it's not.
Understand that. It's nothing.
No, it's not.
Okay, so it's not helping our families and stuff like that. Other countries is getting $5,000 to $6,000 a month, not one time.
Right.
Okay, so right there, it's a manip in it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Now, when it comes to him going, okay, I don't want him to get the government money. This is what he said. Oh yeah. All right. Now, without me saying, once I say I don't want him to get the government money, and then I say, hold up, I'm going to give him some money, and I want it in my check, on my checks, and the government put the government on my checks.
Okay, and his money. Okay, that's what. Look, the reason that we didn't get a second stimulus check, right? Okay, is because the Republicans control the Senate, and this is what's been holding up. And plus, the Democrats and the Republicans, they both play.
Okay, tell me something. Are the American citizens gonna have to owe that money back?
No, that's
if you look in the books, the stimulus check is only a loan for your taxes.
No, it's not. No, the stimulus check is the same thing that what George W. did.
Emergency relief fund.
It's an emergency relief fund. Yeah, that's what it is.
Saying.
But it's not a loan.
No, it's not a loan.
And you don't even pay taxes on it. Okay? That's why a lot of people didn't. That's why there were a number of people that didn't get it. For instance, some people on Social Security, on certain government disabilities and what have you. And people that were not on the tax rolls didn't get the money. Okay? But, like I said, it's not a loan. It is, like you said, it's from the relief fund. Now, the thing is, like you said, here's where people get mixed up. Like you said, your boy got the letter. I got that letter too, and I got the $1,200. All right. A monkey will take money and ain't got no pockets to put it in. So I'm gonna take that money. Even though they try to put some kind of stipulation on it, like make you feel some sort of gratitude to the orange disaster because you got that money. First of all, it wasn't his money to begin with. It was taxpayer money. It was my goddamn money that they just gave me some of.
I mean, America is broke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that.
Ain't nobody got no money right now.
No, look.
All paper for root money.
It's all money.
I mean, it's like this is how deep it is. It's a bigger picture to the wealth gap. It's about the digital currency that they trying to turn it in and control it. It's not just this paper for the root. You know what I'm saying? If I can digitally get 1,000,000 people to owe me $1,200 back, I can put the country in a deficit myself.
Now you know that I don't get into conspiracy theory, right? So a couple of things here that you hit on. One, if you notice that a lot of retailers, are trying to get people to move away from using actual cash. They want you to use your card with the chip in it.
Right.
Okay. Eventually, they want to put that chip in your finger.
Eventually, they want to get rid of the currency.
Exactly.
You understand? Right. And once they go, okay, I myself just got a credit card, and I'm like 50. You know what I'm saying? So there's people out here that don't have credit cards.
Right.
That only deals in cash and the barter system. So they trying to take that away from the American people.
Right.
Now, what does that say? That says, okay, we try really put these poor people, so-called people that's living, the drug dealers that's all dealing with cash, and all these people that's dealing with the fake money that they made up physically. Stop that.
Right.
So if you need bread, you need bread for your family, and you go to the store and they won't take your $50 bill, your $20 bill.
You don't got no chip.
Now okay, this ain't about the chip. This is about you trying to starve me now.
Right.
And I got the money.
Right.
Now it's violence because my kids need to be fed.
Yeah.
I'm not talking no more.
Yeah.
You feel me? Now that's what the world's going to come to.
That's what it's coming to.
Now
look. And I absolutely agree with you on that. Agree with you on that. The thing about you're gonna like this. Like I said, I don't go into conspiracy theory.
True.
Okay, but the Federal Reserve is not a government entity; it's a private bank.
Right.
The controllers of this private bank.
Right.
Okay. All right. And like I said,
okay. Birds, flax and fingers,
and them,
and all of that.
And them. Right? Here's what they say. Right. All right. They don't give a damn what political party is in control as long as they control the money.
Right.
You know, and like you said, see, this goes so much deeper because, like you said, when people can't get something to eat, ain't nothing like meal cramps to make you act a fool.
Right.
You know, especially when you're looking at your child and can't feed your child.
Huh?
Boy, what? Now you talking about?
Now think of that chaos.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
That's what's.
Now, how do they control and hold the poor down now? I'm gonna tell you. All right, because the working class and poor people, all right, for the most part, adhere to a morality based on their false religion that the elite and the leaders don't even believe in. See, this is if you didn't have this religion and go to church and have this sense of morality and what have you, all right, this is the only thing that keeps some people from going in and saying, okay, we need to take them down violently. Now, what's going to go out the window, like I said? That religion going to go out the window. That sense of morality is going to go out the window when you look at your hungry child or when you yourself are dealing with mismeal cramps.
Right.
And this is what the armed disaster is pushing foolishly, himself, his class.
And then not even helping people. I have never known the government not to want to help
the people.
Right. For the simple fact that I know they help people in Africa and fed them rice that gave them diseases and stuff like that. They can spike the stuff and all of that. But that's not the issue. The issue is it was always when you worked every day and you believe that this particular organization and you paying into this organization that when you get a certain age, it'll kick back and take care of you. And you got all of these Americans believing that, and then you turn around and turn your back on that. People should demand their money back.
You damn right. You damn right they should.
The money that they have invested within this corporation, that's turning their back on them.
That's turning their back on them. Right. I mean, that's leaving people hungry. Right. They're leaving people homeless in the street.
I didn't only work for myself. The money that I put in was for my generation of kids to come too.
Right.
Because this is supposed to be a forever lasting thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know, it's crazy. And like I said, you know, and that's the thing, like you said, you know, for generations to come.
Right.
Which is why we do what we do.
Right.
We're not just teachers for the day. We're teaching you so that you can prepare the next generation to prepare the next generation into perpetuity.
Right.
Understand that.
The way they're going, people going to be extinct.
You know, that seems to be what they want.
Right.
And then you have the foolishness like this. Trump supporter warns if the orange disaster loses the election, it's going to be a civil war.
See, now, that is a universal threat, terroristic threat. Now, why the police didn't come get him, confiscate all his guns, and for him terroristically threatening the United States?
Right. Now, he wasn't identified in the video.
Oh, they can find him. Let him be black.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe like this.
Oh, big time.
Oh, okay.
Big time. You know, he's one of the Proud Boys. And like I said, he wasn't identified, but they can find him.
Of course they can find him. They got facial recognition. If he's on the video, he can have a mask on like we got on now, right now. It still shows facial recognition through your mask.
Right. Now, when he was asked how the Proud Boys reacted to Trump's stand back, stand by comments, he made, during the televised presidential debate, the man said that the group took that to mean the president is telling them to wait on my orders. And that's exactly
for him to say, yo, it's on, I lost.
Yep.
And they're going to do what they do.
And they're going to do what they do.
Come on, man.
You know? Now they're going to take on the U.S. Army. The U.S. Army got guns that can keep in the dark and around the corner.
I have never heard the president, a gangster president. This is a gangster. Yo, he said, yo, hey.
Well, you said he's straight gangster.
Yo, that's Al Capone, John Gotti mixed together, dog. Yo, listen. Oh my God. Hey, yo, Rodney, I see you.
I'm telling you. The Open Eye is brought to you by the Delaware Center for Homeless Vets, founders and builders of the Pearl Center, the Delaware Center for Homeless Vets.
Wow.
Changing veterans' lives all over Delaware.
Our sponsor, the Delaware Center for Homeless Vets. Any content provided by Open Eyes hosts, guest working contributors are theirs and are not.
All right, Brother Eugene. Thank you for your comment. Vaughn said America is not broke. Okay. WHGE 95.3 FM, the Open Eye. I'm your host, Patrice Gibbs, along with my partner in consciousness, Nsoromma. And Nsoromma stepped out for a little second. It's all good. It's all good. I wanted to mention, what is this? Hold on. I got something here. Okay. Yeah, let me pull this over here. Let me see now. Oh, from Karen Watson. She wants me to remind people of the Black and White Unite event tomorrow at 1:30 to 3:30. Music, conversation, and prayerfully growth among us. Amen. All right. That is the Black and White Unite event tomorrow, 2102 Muslim Center on Northeast Boulevard, 2102 Northeast Boulevard, the Muslim Center, from 1:30 to 3:30. All right. And I'm sure we'll have some people there. Hey, Brother Vaughn said the government's not broke.
Okay, right. Brother Vaughn, I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna look that up and see.
All right. You know we do our research. We don't mind the challenge at all. But I tell you what, some of these cities gonna be broke if they don't do something about these race soldiers, these white supremacists on these police forces.
Who owns America?
Hmm.
Who owns America?
Who own? Well, America is a corporation owned by corporations. We want to believe that America is owned by the people. That's what we want to believe.
Queen Elizabeth owns America. Okay?
Okay.
Feel that.
All right.
Think about it.
All right. We're gonna get into that. That's right. We're gonna get into that. Well, as I said, America is not broke, but one Ohio city has paid out some $475,000 because the cops there can't stop being racist. Okay, you know, it's something. For some reason, white people haven't made the correlation that racism often comes at a hefty price. You know, not only white people, but did you see the little Asian dude?
Yeah, that walked up on the boy that was videotaping.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a no end zone.
Yeah, no N word.
Yeah,
This is no N word zone.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Well, like I said, why can't these people catch on that it come with a hefty price? Because he got a charge for terroristic threatening.
I mean,
and he lost his job.
Nah, but see, we as blacks got to understand. If you catch it on camera like that,
Mm-hmm.
and they're approaching you like that,
Mm-hmm.
your life is being threatened.
Yes.
Tear their ass up.
Damn right.
Beat them down to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And stump them a little bit, because they deserve that.
You got that
You
right.
know what I'm saying? You don't need to call the cops. You don't need to videotape it. You don't need to do none of that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, serve your justice. Your justice comes from you inside.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not promoting violence, but I'm promoting self-readiness.
Self-preservation.
Right, self-readiness.
Mm-hmm.
He could have walked up on you and you think he coming to say hi, and he could have pulled out a knife and stabbed you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they got
He
good old
threatened you.
boys on standby. These good old boys is kamikazes.
Mm-hmm.
They'll get a gun and go in the crowd and shoot up everybody and know that they ain't gonna get a bad response to that. They won't get shot like a black person would when
Mhm.
the cops pull up. They'll get taken to the store, get a hamburger, get her put in the back seat comfortably. You know what I'm saying? So it's levels to the
this.
madness.
Right,
Yeah, you know.
But you know, something that you have said in the past, get the money.
Definitely get the money.
Get the money. You know, now CNN report that Columbus City Council voted on Monday to pay Carl Shaw, a black officer who is a 28-year veteran of the force, $475,000 due to discrimination and retaliation from a superior. The settlement, which doesn't admit any wrongdoing on the part of police, includes a provision that will make discriminatory retaliation a fireable offense. According to Shaw's attorney, Craig Gibbs, Shaw wouldn't have taken the payout if the provision wasn't included. Okay?
And what was the provision?
The provision was that it will make it discriminatory retaliation a fireable offense.
I mean, he should have been fired anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. They think
His
that,
superior should have been
they
fired.
can pay you and it'd be okay and
Right.
it'd be swept under the table, under the rug, under the cushion,
Mhm.
wherever you want to sweep it at. They think that's cool, and that's not. The first response should be to fire the person. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You still keeping him in position, so
Right.
you ain't changing nothing.
Right. So, you know, Carl Shaw, okay, who left the police force, he was offered a job. Okay, let me back it up a little bit. A job came up for a position on the narcotics force, which would have been a step up for this African American on the police force, Carl Shaw.
Right.
It was given to someone with less time, less experience than what happened.
His nephew.
No, well, you know,
No,
might
I'm
as
talking
well.
about the racist nephew.
Yeah.
Gave it to
You
one of
could
his
have
family
given,
members.
you know, it was
Right.
given to some, it was given to somebody
Lower than him.
that didn't deserve it.
Right.
All right,
And I just was saying it was one of his family members.
I heard that.
That's how deep.
That's how that thing
Oh,
goes.
that's my daughter's husband on Frankie's side, or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna give him the job.
Yeah.
So Carl Shaw, the brother, kicked up about that. All right, so he went over his superior's head, and he got the job. Oh, when he did that,
and then the superior racist rant come into effect.
mhm,
He should be fired.
yeah, you know, Now he made life hard for him on the police force and had him so shook, see, that he left the state. Damn, brother.
I mean, your life matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you got a person that's in control of 30 killers,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they got a problem. Of course. I mean, you have to be smart too. You know
That's what.
And, you ain't Steven Seagal for real.
For real.
He's only on TV.
Yeah. Don't get caught up in that mess. Bigger than big. Man, moving right along, bro. Moving right along. These race soldiers is something else. They something else, brother. I'm telling you. The Louisville, Kentucky police officer shot while executing a warrant at Breonna Taylor's home, sued her boyfriend. He had filed suit against her boyfriend. Oh, man, I had to catch myself there.
I mean, that's just all the wrongdoing that this government posts upon, the poor and minority.
Yeah.
That's just saddening. I mean,
yeah.
For it to be 2020, you know what I'm saying? And this is still one of the main topics that we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
The Louisville, Kentucky police officer who was shot while executing a no-knock warrant at Breonna Taylor's home sued her boyfriend. He said he's entitled to damages for medical treatment, trauma, and pain he suffered after he was fired upon by Walker, who was with Taylor, who was killed when she was 26, the moment that police fatally shot her. Now, here's the thing. He's entitled to use, and I mean Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, he's entitled to use self-preservation to protect his home. These cops come up with a no-knock, no announcement, break up in their home and start shooting, and he shot back to protect himself and his woman, unfortunately his woman was killed.
No, first of all, right, now this is just legally.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't no lawyer or nothing, but I'm just saying, on a legal aspect of the situation, the officer was at work, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah,
he was at work. You know what I'm saying? So how can he go outside of the fact of suing a person when he's getting workman's comp from the job? That's why, I mean, if you're working and you get hurt on a job, that's workman's comp. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So how is he able to go sue somebody that the husband of somebody they murdered? That's just ludicrous. Mike Tyson's voice, ludicrous. Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. You on the job and you got injured as a hazard of your job.
Right.
That's it.
Go get your workman's comp.
Go get it and shut up.
With your leg limp on you that you have. And, right. You killed the man's woman.
That's right.
You and your posse that you broke in his house with. You lucky he shoot you in your head.
You son of a
biscuit lover.
WHGE 95.3 FM.
Yaga. Yo, nigga. Marcel, you still there? What's good? Hey, yo. Well, nigga, hey, you leave, you left, but we are there. Talk to your phone. Yo, America, man.
It's something else, ain't it?
And it ain't America. There's some people in America.
There's some people in America.
There ain't in America. America is good. You know what I'm saying? The planet is good.
And some of these people are nuts.
Right. Some of these people is animals. Savages.
That's what they are. Jeez Louise. Okay,
Immigration program incorporated
because as usual, time flying. We ain't gonna let them go.
Oh, you there? Okay. I was wondering. I ain't see you type nothing. I ain't see you type nothing.
Oh, Rochelle still with us?
Well, nigga, yeah, Rochelle still with us.
All right, all right.
Call our office at 691-7411. That is 302-691-7411. Delaware Center for Homeless Vets. Check
Nice baseline on that commercial. Yes, indeed. We still dealing with tragedy. Philadelphia cops kill Walter Wallace Jr. Black man with a knife who video shows didn't pose deadly threat to the police. The 27-year-old man was killed on a Philadelphia street as his mother begged police not to shoot him.
Now that was terrible.
Yeah, I saw the video, man. Yeah, I saw the video. The brother was having a mental breakdown. One of the things the cops in this country don't know how to do is deal with someone having a mental breakdown.
They do. No, yes, they do. A white guy had a mental breakdown.
Uh-huh.
I posted a post right after that same situation. The white guy walking around with a knife, didn't chase him around no car or nothing. And they didn't use lethal force on him. They used a taser. I mean, why when you go to a black neighborhood, they first thing they do is pull out a gun and not the taser? I mean, that right there in itself is a racist act. If the police officer pulls up on you and pull a gun out on you and you don't have one, that is white supremacist.
Big time.
You understand? From
Big
the
time.
beginning.
I'm
And
glad
if you
you
get
corrected
shot from that is
Mhm.
a white supremacist shooting you.
Well, that's what it
Because
is.
they have the right and they know which side is which, right or left side. Whatever their power hand is, that's their gun hand. And the other hand is the taser. So when they pull up on you and a white officer has his gun out already, he is ready to kill you.
Yes.
Understand that.
That's what.
So just abide and try to just get through it and get to court so
Right.
the judge can be the
Right.
decision maker.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
indeed. Well spoken, brother. You know, like you said, they don't have to be trained not to kill white people, huh?
Exactly.
So it's not the training.
Scenario up. Exactly.
It's not the training.
Right.
See, the thing is, you can't train away hatred.
Right.
You
If
can't
pull
train
up on a
away
person and you hate them already.
already.
You getting out with main intentions already.
Right.
Bad intentions already.
You can't train away bigotry and genocidal mindset. See, you can't train a raccoon to be a fish. So you cannot train a white supremacist to have humanity and morals when it comes with these race soldiers dealing with our people. Understand what's going on here. This is genocidal activity. Remember the brother that was a caretaker for the special needs guy,
I remember.
right? He laying on the ground with his arms up, begging them not to shoot his special needs patient. And the damn race soldier shot him. Female. Shot him. She didn't kill him, fortunately.
But you gotta understand that. They will kill you.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
Man.
And he asked her, why did you shoot me? She said, I don't know. This is what we do. That's what she told him. This is what we do.
If that's what y'all do, now my thing again, in turn, why isn't she fired?
Why isn't she fired? Because she did her job.
Now, if it was a group of people going around killing all the people that did all these bad things to black people and catching them in their house, then it'd be a problem.
Right.
It was a Jason Bourne organization that was created by privatized people to go get them for their racist decisions. It'd be a problem.
Unless you think you heard of the spook who sat by the door.
Yes.
All right. That book, they came out in the 70s. It was pulled from the shelves and the movie was banned, was pulled until like early 2000.
I mean, that's what they do. The government did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is the fight that we're up against. The government is trying to kill us, but then give you a $1,200 stimulus check.
Yeah, ain't that something?
And send you a check and say, yo, what's up, this Trump? How you like my couple of hours I gave you?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, this is like I said, this is what they do. This is what we up against. Don't feed into the propaganda. His parents said, why didn't they taser him? They had no intention to taser him. They saw the opportunity. Anytime they see the opportunity to kill one of our people, they want to take it.
And when they go to their club chats or their meetings, they say, how many you got under your belt?
Yeah.
Oh, I killed 3 of them. Oh, I just killed one this week. How does it feel, Sil?
Well, yeah, it
You know what I'm
feels
saying?
great.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is so disgustingly ignorant.
Yeah, but it is, but that's what it is. Understand, like I said, what you're dealing with. You're dealing with race soldiers involved in genocidal activity. Understand what white supremacy is. If you don't understand white supremacy, everything else will confuse you. White supremacy has a plan for black people. That plan is to exploit us. If they can't exploit us, they will kill us. If they can't exploit us, they will enslave us. If they can't enslave us, we are not profitable to them. They will kill us. Understand that. I'm Patrice Gibbs.
I'm Nsoromma.
This is the open eye.
WHGE 95.3 FM. You did.
Now, we had a guest. You on there with names. Some days I have to look at my own ID to figure out what my name is. But the brother that came in, you kind of a mentor to you with the beard.
Yeah, that's Brother Poppy.
Yeah. He ran into me on the street and he mentioned Brother Booker McKee to me.
Oh, that's not another homie, Key, man.
Okay. Now, Brother McKee, he is the founder of the local chapter of Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, here in Delaware.
Yeah. I've been watching his brother's work.
I grew up with Key, man.
Oh, okay.
Key, his character is true to what it is. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? He's a brother with a good heart and a good mind. You know what I'm saying? Fair and family orientated. So he understands, and he's physically been through the struggle of the Black Lives Matter because he is a victim, like you and I are. So when you're dealing with victims in the game of what the cause is for, it's a little bit more heart put into it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, big ups, Brother McKee.
Yeah.
Do you
Keep
know?
going. I always got your back. You need me, I'll come out the trees. You need me all black. Yaga!
My man. That's all right. I got a quote from Brother McKee. All right. Brother McKee said, a capitalist crisis is abundance. Abundance drives down the prices, which drives down the capitalist profit. One simple way to look at the capitalist's own crisis is this example. America pays farmers not to grow crops. Having an abundance of food lowers the prices in the supermarket, which drives down the capitalist's profit. So, to keep the masses food, the capitalists must use technology to trick the people with man-made crisis to control capitalism. This system even works all the way down to the colonizer of Wilmington, Delaware. Sad part about the technology used in Wilmington is sometimes brought to the village in blackface. Big ups, brother.
True that. Because sometimes you gotta look at it as a pandemic and a scandemic instead of a pandemic.
Now, like I said, I see what the brother's doing, and I have much respect for what he's doing. All right, but I want to, and this is not an admonishment, brother.
Nah.
All right, this is just something I want you to understand. And I know that you founded the local chapter of the Black Lives Matter.
Right.
And I often say Black Lives Matter, the slogan, not the organization. And what I mean is by the national organization, which was founded by 3 lesbians. That's their business.
Right.
Okay. But they have an agenda. Part of that agenda, and Brother McKee, I know this is not what you about.
Do he know them?
That's
Did
what
you
I'm
ask him that?
That's
when
what
you seen them?
No, I haven't asked him about that, but I want him to know what these people are about on that national organization level.
Right.
The truth about the Black Lives Matter movement, they are not in support of cisgender males or in keeping together the traditional family structure of the straight black man and woman.
Right.
Now, here's what this was taken from their own page, from their website.
That right there is wrong to me, but I'm listening.
Okay. In no instance do they include father in the dynamics. This is what they said. We are guided by the fact that Black Lives Matter regardless of actual or perceived sexual identity, gender expression, economic status, ability, disability, religious beliefs or disbeliefs, immigration status or location. We make space for transgender brothers and sisters to participate and be. We are reflexive, and do the work required to dismantle cisgender privilege and uplift Black trans folks, especially Black trans women who continue to be disproportionately impacted by trans antagonistic violence. We build a space that affirms Black women and is free from sexism, misogyny, and environments in which men are centered. We practice empathy. We engage comrades with the intent to learn about and connect with their context. We make spaces family friendly and enable parents to fully participate with their children. We dismantle the patriarchal practice that requires mothers work double shifts so they can mother in private even as they participate in public justice work. We disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement by supporting each other as extended families and villages. Let me say that part again. We disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement by supporting each other as extended families and villages that collectively care for one another, especially our children, to the degree that mothers, parents, and children are uncomfortable. They did not mention fathers. When they say we disrupt the nuclear family structure, the Western prescribed, this family structure is not Western prescribed. Family structure dates back to our ancestry.
Right.
Family structure was destroyed by white supremacy. Understand that.
It took a village to raise a community.
That's right.
A child back when we was coming up.
Yes, indeed.
And that they took that saying even away. They don't even say that anymore.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
And that village included strong male role models.
First of all, the village was only being ran by the strong male role model.
And that's word. We foster a queer affirming network. When we gather, we do so with the intention of freeing ourselves from the tight grip of heteronormative thinking, or rather the belief that all in the world are heterosexual. So what they're saying is, what they're ascribing to is this Black toxic masculinity, which means to them, if you as a Black male don't have a level of moistness, you are not acceptable. Black Lives Matter, the slogan, not the organization. Now, last week I said I did a different take on the Pledge of Allegiance, and it upset some people, and I'm telling you what I said.
I mean, the Pledge of Allegiance was a racist chant anyway. Like, I mean, if you really, they took out a lot of the words out of that too. You know that, right?
Oh yeah.
Once they,
That's why I changed it up. I pledge defiance to this flag of the criminal thugs of America.
Right.
And to the mentality for which it stands.
True.
One gang without morals.
Definitely.
Unaccountable with slavery and corruption for all. And for those of you that don't like it, and this was some of my people that came at me, let me tell you something. Oh, we had people dying in wars, and this, that, and the other, and 911, and so on and so forth. Mourn the lives, grieve the tragedies, but be careful not to lick the colonizers' wounds. His flag is too soaked with the blood of your ancestors to wave so proudly over your head. Oh, man. And as I always tell you, destiny determines who enters your life, but you decide who stays. Therefore, value those who value you, and don't treat those as a priority who treat you as an option. I'm Patrice Gibbs.
I'm Nsoromma.
This is the Open Eye.
WHGE 95.3.
Thanks for joining us.
Yaga! Yo, what's good, yo? Just letting you know it was a good show. Hey, yo. Hey. LP in the building. Hey, yo, what's up, son? Yo, we just finishing up now, you know what I mean? Yo, we gotta tune in next week. Well, you know, from the beginning, and we'll keep it popping, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, meets back, you know. Hey, yo, Pat. So, you know, we get ready to say we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go. Hey,
Sure.
thanks for joining us. We see you in there. Rochelle, yes indeed, yes indeed. Yeah, I see you caught on to what I was saying, the
Sure.
masculization of our black men. Never let that happen. We will not let that take place. Now, as long as there's strong brothers, real brothers in the world, like you.
That's right. True that. And,
Big
you know,
ups.
stay tuned in. You know what it is. Open Eye Radio. Yaga! Nsoromma streaming everywhere.